Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, and welcome to a brand new round of the 2023 GP4 SeaWorld Champcar season. I'm your commentator, Rob, and I will be joined shortly by Blake, but not at the moment. And we are here at Spa for a brand new round of this season. I hope it'll be entertaining. As the screen share is not on. We'll wait just a little bit.
Sorry, you will have to stop looking at the nice horse. Here's the...
Yes, happy Horse Day, by the way. And it looks like the weather
It's
will
not
be
actually
bone
horse
dry.
day, but I just like horses.
That is fair enough. Either way, this session is about to start and it is going to be bone dry. We are keeping the one-shot quali, yes?
Yes, it's gone next season.
Alright, so this will be the last season with one-shot quali. So then, we're about to get going, and looks like Arm and Alpha, Ricky Falkazin will be the first driver to go out on the racetrack. Spa is the longest track on the calendar, and yeah, just over 7 kilometers. Lots of high-speed action, very fast corners, some good medium speeds actions as well in the middle sector, and the world-famous Eau Rouge and Radion in the first sector. And let's not, of course, forget the chicane at the very end of the lap. It's a long, long track where plenty of things can happen. If Kifakuzen will be the first car out on the track. Look at my horse is amazing. Yes, thank you, James. Thank you. Fakuzane is going out on track now. He retired early in the last race, of course, which is why he is the first car to go out. And let me just pull up the wiki. Fakuzane, so far, he's gotten points only 3 times this season. We are officially in the second half of the season, by the way, starting here with Spa. And Rifki Fakuzane will be hoping to improve his position. He's currently down in 15th in the championship. He hasn't finished higher than 7th so far this season. So let's see if he can turn things around. Quite a long out lap, of course, but Rifki Fakuzane is finally going to get started. So here we go for a lap of Spa. Alright, here we go then. Fakuzane begins the lap. It's a short round down to turn 1. You need to get your braking right and maximize the exit, and I think he's gone on the brakes quite early. Yep, the cars are pretty slow here into turn 1. He's taken a lot of curb on the exit. As now we go down the hill into Eau Rouge. Precision is perfect. You're going to be scrubbing off time no matter what you do, so you want to minimize that. He's taking a nice clean line through there. Taking a bit of curb there on top of the hill of Radion. As you now launch down the Camel Straight, the fastest point of the racetrack, and it looks like he had to lift just a little bit there for a second. He's had to slow down just a touch. The 30.4 in the first sector, but that might compromise him a little bit. As we go through Lecombe, and now through the right-hander here of Malmedy. Once again, he's had to get off the throttle just a little bit. As we go into the hairpin of Bruxelles, Rivage, for the right-hander, in towards Jackie X, formerly known as No Name. Now it has a name. Decent exit here, takes some curb for good measure. Down towards Puhon, one of the longest corners of the track and one of the most difficult. Hit the apex nicely. He avoids the curb on the second part. It's a double apex corner. As we're going towards Fania now, through the right and then the left. Careful not to abuse the curbs, they can really unsell the car. And make sure you don't dip a wheel into the gravel, that could really compromise you. As you go through Stavlo, and Paul Frere. Exit is crucial here. Try to keep as close to flat out as possible as you launch down to this long flat out section of Blanchimont. Not exactly a straight. It is very, very fast, an exceptionally fast corner. You gotta keep it flat and you need to stay confident to maximize your lap time. And if you want overtaking opportunity, come race day. As now Fakruzane breaking hard into the chicane. Very aggressive with the apex there, and the second apex on the left not so aggressive. Get some good acceleration at the end, and there is a lap of Spa, a 1 minute 49. Never mind, 1 minute 50.2 for Ifki Fakruzane. Next car out on track is, I believe someone has joined me. Bernardo Oliveira is the next car out on track. No, Black has not joined me yet. Bernardo Oliveira, former championship leader, but his last two races have been pretty bad, and he is down to 4th now. As a result of all that, he will be the next one to do a flying lap. De Oliveira begins his lap, as Robert Ionescu will be the next car out to do a flying lap. Alright launch for De Oliveira. Good run out of Orouge. What will his first sector time be? As we're waiting for the first sector split with De Oliveira, 200s down in S1. It's decent so far, but he needs to dig a little bit deeper if he wants to beat Fakruzane. Very aggressive there on the exit there of Malmedy, I think that was. Intervage. Good line for there. For the left-hander Jackie X. Nothing out of the ordinary so far as Buon is up next. How aggressive will he be in this vital corner for lap time on the circuit? He's had a little lift earlier. Maybe not feeling completely confident, but you can't be too aggressive in this corner. It's so easy to overshoot it and to mess up completely. As in towards Fania we go. And then into Stavolo. Let's check his middle sector split very shortly here. He's got good traction here and he's up by 0.3 of a second. Sector 2. The main place to gain lap time, and he's gained plenty of that. Bernardo de Oliveira is on track to set a very, very strong lap. Let's see what he'll be able to do. As de Oliveira is about to finish his lap. De Oliveira coming through the chicane, through the right and now the left. Decent traction here out of the last corner. Bernardo de Oliveira to finish his lap. It's 1 minute 49.83, just under 4/10 up on Fakruzane. So Robert Ionescu and Andretti is the next car out on the racetrack. I'm sorry. I need to drink a little water. Ionescu is about to start his lap. The Andretti driver has had a very, very terrible luck in Silverstone. Unfortunately, having to retire due to a collision with the pit lane glitch caused by Friedrich Suppa. As Ionescu has started his flying lap. Decent exit there from a source. Ionescu currently down to 8th in the championship. He got a podium in Interlagos, but he's already got 2 DNFs out of 5 races. Road America and in Silverstone. He'll be hoping he can do better here at Spa, and let's see what his first sector is going to be. Can he outpace de Oliveira in sector 1? His first sector split is down by 1/10 of a second. Not good. Not good in sector 1. Let's see if he can improve in the middle sector. De Oliveira doing quite well. And let's go a little hesitant there on the brakes. With the right hander, he doesn't seem to be having confidence. There's understeer a little bit, it seems, and for the left, Ionescu is looking very tentative. This doesn't appear to be a good lap. I think he might be struggling a touch. Had to take a significant lift into pull on there, but he's picking up speed a little bit more. Let's see what his line for Fani will be like, but I expect he will be down on the Oliveira touch. for the left-hander. He doesn't seem to have much confidence in that car, but this could be deceiving. Let's see his sector split. In the middle sector, he's down by 2 tenths, so he can get himself in front of Fakruzane, but I think he will be behind Oliveira for sure. So let's see when he finishes the lap. Where the chicane we go. What sort of lap time can Ionescu set? He looked a little bit tentative. There's more pace in there, Andretti, but you only get one lap. And Ionescu crossed the line. It's 1 minute 50.1. He goes into second place, just under 3 tenths down on the Oliveira. And I don't think he'll be happy with that lap. Next is Friedrich Sopa, who retired in the same collision as Ionescu last time because of the pit lane glitch at Silverstone. Sopa, so far this season, has finished second in the very first race, then been regressing a little bit. Didn't score in Interlagos, and of course the DNF. The DNF in Silverstone. I'm sorry. Sopa is about to start his flying lap. Let's see if he can set a good effort, set a good lap. He'll be trying his best, I'm sure. Friedrich Sopa has begun his lap. Can he get a good effort under the wheel? Rafael Dummel will be the next car out on the track. Obviously, we're not going to get the same perspective as we do with Ionescu because we're not looking at the onboard. But let's see Sopa's first sector. Is it competitive? It's a little bit off, 1.4 tenths. This is half tenth slower than what Ionescu did in S1. So we'll see if Sector 2 can be anything relevant. I think he was at a similar level to Fakruzane, though I can't remember that for sure. Either way, he will be giving it his best.
Fakruzane was faster than the Oliver on Sector 1.
Oh yes, alright. Yeah, so Fakruzane was actually slower than the others. Well, let's see what's going to happen then. As Sopa is going to try his best to get a decent lap here. I was going to say an improvement, but there's no improvement. There's only one. There's no improvements in this. There's just one lap and you're done. Either way, we're about to see his middle sector and he's over half second down. This lap is not good. He's going to go to last place for the moment. Yeah, I'm afraid this could be it for Sopa. Doesn't seem like a very tidy lap. Let's see where he will end up. How far he will end up when he crosses the finish line. Friedrich Sopa to finish his lap. It's a 1 minute 50.6, 7.5 tenths down. So this is not a good effort for the Penske man. As Dummel in the Chip Ganassi is the next car out, he's going to be starting his lap very soon. And can he do a good job in that car? We will have to wait and see, of course. Dummel in the last race. Actually, I'm checking his entire season so far. Dummel. Dummel is last in the championship. Finished 14th at Indianapolis and DNF'd every single race since then. So this is really not good for him. Be hoping he can do a better job here at Spa, as we are in the second half of the season. Let's see what he can do. Breaking into the source looks a little tentative. That car is not the fastest out there, of course, but he's got a decent exit. He'll be hoping he can make the most of it and set a solid first sector time. Rafael Dummel, we'll see what he's got in his wagon. Decent line for Eau Rouge. There's not much differentiation there between the drivers. Eau Rouge is a pretty standard corner. These cars are quite fast. They can manage it just fine. As Dummel in the first sector, he's down by almost 3 tenths of a second. This is the most we've seen so far. And Sopa's stint in last place might be coming to an end unless Dummel can get something significant done in sectors 2 and 3. Sector 2, of course, is the biggest.
You won't expect Dummel to be last after these laps with the car that he has.
Yeah, that's true. We got some slower cars We're yet to do laps, of course. In towards Buhon, very close to running on the grass there, dipping a wheel into the grass almost. Quite good, close shave. Let's see what Dummel's got in there. It's like this is he's gone a little bit wide. This is more tentative than Ionescu's lap. Obviously, it's a different machinery, but he doesn't appear to be very confident in the car. 8 tenths down from middle sector. So yeah, this is going to be the slowest lap so far this session. I'm sorry. So we'll see where Dummel is going to go. Braking hard for the chicane. And through the left-hander we go. Rafael Dummel to finish his lap. He's going to go last, 5th place, 1 second off the pace. David Kjopok is the next car out there, and he won't be starting his lap soon enough.
Lots of the top teams doing their laps first tells how chaotic part of the Silverstone race were.
Yeah, Kjopok retired in Silverstone with a car problem. He and his teammate Ionescu are 1 point. There's only 1 point between the two of them. They both have 1 podium, and they both DNF'd in the same races. Kjopok is about to start his lap. And let's see if he can be his teammate and get a decent lap there underneath that car. Decent line for the source. Taking a lot of curb on exit for good measure. Kjopok in the first sector, he's gone purple. Very strong effort from the Andretti driver. Decent line for Jackie Hicks. Looks much more confident in the car than his teammate did a few laps ago. So let's see what sort of effort Kjopok will be able to achieve. Sorry. Very good change of direction there for the Andretti. Rufania, let's see. His middle sector split. He's purple by 3 tenths. This is shaping up to be an exceptional lap. And I told you there was more potential in that Andretti, but Ionescu couldn't unlock it. Looks like Kjopok will unlock it, and he will do quite an amazing job. Let's just wait for him to finish the lap. All that remains is the chicane. Don't cut the chicane. And Kjopok will be finishing his flying lap now. He's going to go top for sure. What sort of time will he set? Is 1 minute 49.3, almost half second up. This is fantastic. 7.5 tenths up on his teammate also. As Amin Alpha is the next car in the Meyer Shank. He is the next car to do a lap. Alphadale scored points at Road America in that chaotic wet weather race with P8, but he hasn't scored any points since then. He's finished 16th at Silverstone. And that was it. That's pretty much it for his season so far. He has not DNF'd a single race, but he's only got 1 points finish. Not a surprise given the car, but Alphadale is in P17 in the championship. He'll be hoping he can pick up some more points here or in the next few races. Preferably here as well, of course. Let's see. Breaks early for La Source. TJ Bapiro will be the next car in the meantime. Alphadale, an okay exit for the Sudanese driver. Let's see what his run for Eau Rouge will be like. Alphadale is doing the best he can there. Of course, as top speed of this car looks like it's maxing out at 306 kph, similar to the other cars. In the first sector, he's 3 tenths down. So looks like to me this is similar effort to what Fakruzin and Suppa, I think. No, Fakruzin was quite quick. I think this is a similar effort to what Suppa did. Though I could be wrong. We'll just have to wait and see. Of course, the Marshank is one of the slowest cars we've seen so far today. Let's see what his line for Buon will be like. That's a big lift. Lost 30 kph there preparing to enter the corner. Might have cost himself a little bit of time. Need to judge Buon to perfection. It's one of the toughest it's an easy corner to drive through, but it's very tough to get perfect. As he had a little bit of a hesitation there into Fania for the left-hand turn-in. As Alpha Dale is 1.2 seconds off in the middle sector. Not much of a surprise, but he can get himself in front of Dumel still. I don't think he can beat Soppa, but Dumel is definitely beatable if he can hook up the chicane decently. So let's see. Let's see what he can do. Alphadil will finish the lap very soon. And I'm in Alphadil. In the Meyer Shank. For the right we go, taking a lot of curb on entry. And once again on the exit, for a second part of the chicane, I'm in Alphadil to finish his lap. It is 1 minute 50.9. 7th place is actually gone slower than Dumel by just under 200 of a second, so that was a close one. As TJ Bapiro in the McLaren is the next car. I'm sorry. He is the next car out there. What can TJ Bapiro do? Let's take a quick look at his season, why don't we? Yeah, we should do that. TJ Bapiro, he has so far finished 4th in that Chaos Road America, but he hasn't scored in any of the other races. So similar to Alphadale, currently in 14th in the championship with 12 points. He finished 15th in the last effort at Silverstone. As he has started his lap, we'll see what he can make, if he can make something happen. Santamoro will be the next driver out there on the track. Bapiro, through the first sector we go. Looks like this car is significantly better top speed than Meyer Shank, but he had a little lift. Either way, he is 2 kph faster than Meyer Shank and 1.5 tenths down in the first sector. My apologies. And 1.5 tenths down the first sector for TJ Bapiro. I'm quite sure he can do significantly better than he can do a significantly better job than Alphadil. But let's see what his second sector will be like. Okay, line for Jackie X. Not very aggressive on the throttle. On exit, in towards Buon. Once again, a significant lift. I think it was only 20 kph for him, rather than the 30 we saw for Alphadil before. In towards Fanya. Decent line for there, very decent line. Let's see if we can hook it up with a good exit from Stavolo. He looks quite confident in the car, only 8 tenths down. This is quite a good lap for the McLaren man. Hero to finish his flying lap. Let's see as TJ Bapiro crosses the line. Where's he going to go? Goes 5th fastest, 1 second off the pace. That's a very decent effort. As a Santamoro, the driver from Ghana, is next in the Manor. Manor is one of the slowest cars, so don't expect a miraculous lap, but he will try his best either way. So let's see what he's gonna be able to do. I'm sorry, I'm not feeling that well.
Just don't force it.
Okay. Mora begins his lap. 2.5 tenths down, not a horrible first sector. I think he can definitely avoid last place here.
Yeah, I think it looked better than Alfaril and Damal's first sector. So,
Yeah, so it
P7 will
seems.
be doable.
Yeah, let's see if that car has enough downforce to do well in the middle sector. 30 kph lift, that's pretty big. Need to pull on.
Not a good second sector.
No, sorry, I didn't catch how far down he was.
1.4 and a half. So it looks like he's going to go into last place for now.
Yeah, yeah, the lower downforce on that car, the weaker aero package might cost him a little bit. But let's see if Moro can avoid last. Where else Sante Moro go? The Ghanaian driver finishes the lap. 151.2, P9 slowest so far, 3 tenths off the others. As Patrick Ferreira in the other in second Meyer Shank is the next driver out on track. I forgot to talk about Moro's season. He scored points in the first race with 8th place, but he hasn't scored any since. Ferreira in the meantime is down to 21st. He has not DNF'd a single time, but he has not scored a single time either. The closest he came was 11th in Road America. Now let's see if we can get something down here at Spa instead. If there is a possibility.
Yeah, Meyersank hasn't been good on performance, and the drivers, of course, just have to do their best.
0.7 tenths down in the first sector, so not a strong effort for Ferreira. Sort than what Moro did, but Moro's sector 1 was good. It was the middle sector where Moro struggled a lot, so I think Ferreira could be able to beat him.
Oh, he's gone off.
Ferreira's gone wide. He's messed up, unfortunately. 2.3 seconds down in the middle sector. Not that it makes a difference. It was obvious he was going to go last. But he's overcooked Stavolo, trying his best to make use of all the track, and he's used a little bit too much of it. And unfortunately, Patrick Ferreira will be going to last place with that, for now, with that mistake. And it will not help his chance of getting his first points of the season. That is for sure. But qualifying is one thing, the race is another. He can do a better performance in the race, of course, that's without question. But for now, Patrick Ferreira goes to last 152.5, 3 seconds off the pace. Jamil Gray is the next car out there on track. Let's talk about the American driver's season. He's down to 20th in one of the slowest cars. He scored points at Road America with 10th place. He actually led for a lap at Indianapolis. But yeah, he DNF'd at Interlagos and finished 12th at Silverstone. He'll be starting his flying lap now, and he is a friend of mine actually. I should actually link him to stream, but that aside, he'll be hoping to do a good effort. Row Rouge we go. I think he should be able to beat Ferreira, but he'll be hoping he can do just a little bit better than that. I think his target will be to beat Moro, given that Viper and Mander are rival teams. So let's see his first sector, sorry. Almost 3 tenths down, that's one of the slowest per sectors we've seen so far for Jabil Gray.
I
But
think
there is
he's the
still,
slowest.
yeah,
But
probably could be.
if he's running more downforce, then he might be able to gain on the second sector compared to the other backmarker teams. But might be a P10 incoming.
Yeah, let's see what he'll be able to do. Big lift before Buon. It's only F1 cars that can take that corner anywhere near flat. Champcar cars don't have that much downforce,
So
unfortunately. As he's had a big moment into Fania, big compromise moment for Gray, struggling with the car. He will be beating Ferreira, but this is not a great lap.
he did manage to save the little mistake, but I feel like without it he might have been able to beat Moro's lap.
Yeah, he was doing quite alright. He saved it, but he still lost about 3 or 4 tenths there with that error. He can't get those back now, but he can at least get himself into the top 10 for the time being. Should be able to beat Ferreira no problem, but unfortunately he won't get to beat Moro in the qualifying session. Maybe he will in the race.
So
He was
he
actually
can
very close to Moro. Very strong last sector for Jamil Gray, but it's only enough for P10 in the end for now. Panos Sekuras is the next
100% could
car.
have beaten Moro.
Maybe might have even
100%.
had a chance to threaten Alpha Dylan Dumel, given it lost about 3 or 4 tenths there. Anyway, the next car out on Sakura. Gray will be ruining that mistake, I feel. Espanos Sekuras is the next car out there on track. He finished 6th at Indianapolis in that crazy race, but ever since then he hasn't scored any points. DNF at Road America in that crazy race, and P11 at Silverstone. He's starting his lap now in the Viper. Can he beat his teammate? Braking very early for Eau Rouge. Eau Rouge, sorry, La Source. Sekuras. Up the hill we go in Eau Rouge. Maxing out at 307 kilometers an hour. Just a little lift there. His first sector, 2 tenths down. This is better than Gray. So he's doing better than his teammate for the time being. I think he will be able to beat him. But it's a long lap, longest of them all. So you have to be on it for the entirety of the lap. I'm sorry, I shouldn't push myself too hard. He's taking a nice line into Pujon. Let's see his middle sector time. It's a very nice line for Stavolo.
Oh, this is
8 tenths
really
down.
good.
An incredible lap for the Viper car. And let's see if he can have a last sector similar to what Gray did. He could be placing himself in the top 5, which is quite an amazing effort. For Sekuras. Let's see. Through the left-hander we go for the last time with him. Panos Sekuras crossing the line to finish his lap. What time is he going to set? 1 minute 50.3, just under a second down. And he gets himself into 5th place. Very solid effort.
Viper.
Very solid effort for the Greek driver. Jiri?
That was a really strong lap for the Viper. Like you don't expect
Yes.
that car to be up there with he's beaten Papiro in the McLaren and Chopa in the Penske.
Yes, indeed. Incredible effort. James Brickles, the Reach Energy sponsored Chip Ganassi car, is the next driver. And James Brickles, let's talk about his season so far. He's 13th in the championship. He got a podium at the Road America. He finished 10th at Interlagos and Silverstone, and the other 2 races didn't score any points. So he's having a solid season so far, especially with that unexpected podium in the chaos at Road America. Let's see if we can do a good job here today at Spa. I haven't checked the chat this entire session, I don't think, so let's check it. Oh, hey, James. Hey Hyun, hey Dennis, hey Flo, hey Ennis, and hey hey Michael. It's so good to see you all, guys. I hope you can enjoy today's action.
I
Three
noticed
and a half tenths down the first sector.
I noticed really low top speed for Briggles.
Yeah, 305. Let's hope they put a lot of wing in that car and, to make up for it in the middle sector, because that sector 1 was horrible. If he's got plenty of downforce in the package, he might be able to get a very solid effort done in the middle sector. Let's see. Had to lift significantly for Poulon, but if you can get a decent effort in here, who knows? Sector 1 is only really one proper corner. Eau Rouge is a flat out section. There's just La Source, really. And then Eau Rouge and the Camel Straight. That's the entirety of Sector 1. It doesn't tell you that much when it comes to lap time. Sector 2 is where it's at, and he's 1.1 seconds down. This is quite solid. I think he can get himself into the top 8.
Yeah, I'm a bit worried about that first sector. He might,
He might be struggling for straight line speed here as well.
yeah, he's going to be either in front of Damo and Alpha or behind them.
Imagine if he sneaks just between them. Let's see where he's going to go. Brickles. It's P8 for him, and he's gone in front of the mile by 200 of a second. That was close. That was closer than I expected. As Colin Smith is the next driver out on the racetrack. Didn't get to the top gear, James said. Anyway, Colin Smith, his season so far, he has not DNF'd. He's finished every single race. And at Silverstone, he finished in 9th, taking his first points of the season. Let's see if he can keep up the good momentum in the manor. Obviously, his target will be to beat Gray and Moro. But let's see just how well he can do in that manner, as he's getting ready to start his flying lap very soon. What do you think, Eddie?
Uh, no idea. With the manner, probably, probably the best he'd want will be to beat Moro and maybe Alpha Dio, but we did see how well Checoras did with the Viper.
Yeah, you're right. You have a good point. Good point, Eddie.
And you would say that the Manor and the Viper are pretty comparable.
Similar straight line speed to Brickles. He's
Oh,
four and a half.
that's
He's over 4.5 tenths down. This is the worst lap of the session so far, at least when it comes to Sector 1. I don't think this is gonna be it. He could be
yeah,
going behind Gray.
that is unworrying for a sector.
Yeah, indeed.
The
He barely hit 305.
the Mercedes powered cars have not looked very good on that straight line speed, and then when you consider how in how the downforce isn't the best in this manor car, you would feel that this lap might be a dud.
Could very well be. Could very well be. But let's see it through to the end, shall we? In towards Stavolo we go. What's his middle sector split going to look like? 2 seconds off the pace. This is a
Yeah,
woeful lap, and if Ferreira didn't completely mess it up, then Smith would be going in last.
yeah, this is by far the biggest lap by pace.
Yes, indeed. Other than the ones affected by errors, this is the worst lap of the session, and unfortunately Smith will be going into 13th place. I think he will be disappointed with himself for that one, for good reason. But he's gotten points in the last race. If something happens, he can still get some points this time. 2.6 seconds off the pace, 13th place. This was not a good lap at all. Marcy Lee, she is the next driver out on the racetrack, the British driver. Let's talk about Lee's season, shall we? She is currently 7th place in the championship. 2 non-points finishes in Austin and Interlagos, but a very good 4th place in Indianapolis and a podium in Road America with 2nd place. In Silverstone, she finished P8, so let's see what she's going to be able to do here at Spa, the Carlin.
Yeah, some good performances for the Carlin car, and you could expect anything almost. either really up front or then in the lower midfield.
Yes. So far this season, one race she has finished in the points, the next one she hasn't. The last race she has scored, so let's see if Lee will be able to score today, or if not. But let's see. What is the top speed like in that Carlin? We're about to find out. 306 already, 307, a little lift. But 308, this real speed is quite good, and a very strong first sector. Just half tenth down.
That's I think that is the strongest first sector since Cupok.
Yes, it is, because Cupok went a tenth faster than everyone else in Sector 1. I think it could be level with what, not Fakrzane, or was it? In Sector 1. But of course, let's see if the Carlin has the downforce in the middle sector. In towards Fania we go. Took a little bit too much curb. Yes, indeed. Lancia middle sector split. At least 3 tenths down. This is a top 3 looking lap.
At best, could beat Ionescu and Fakrzane, but needs to nail the final sector.
I think with the straight line speed of that car, I think she will beat Ionescu and Fakrzane. Little tentative under braking. But let's see where Lee is going to end up as she crosses the line. Marcy Lee finishing the lap. Second place! Fantastic. Matched Cupong in the last sector and got in front of the Oliveira. Incredible job. I'm surprised. And Ziri Kratochvil is the next car to do a lap in the McLaren. That was a very good lap for Carlin.
Yeah, for the Carlin car. Like I said, could expect anything for Carlin, but that was a really strong lap.
Sorry, Yuri, I lost your audio as Kratochvil has started the lap.
Yeah, no issues.
Alright. Also lost the game sound. As I think that's Adam Wolf going out next. Oh yeah, let's talk about Kratochvil's season, shall we? Yuri Kratochvil. He has scored every single race apart from Road America where he DNF'd. His best finish was P6 at Interlagos. At Silverstone, he finished 7th. So let's see what he's going to be able to do. 1 tenth down in the first sector. Decent effort. Decent effort in Sector 1. I didn't catch his top straight line speed.
Neither did I, to be honest. But based on the first sector, it's decent.
Yeah, that's for sure. Good line into Buon. Kratochvil. Let's see his middle sector time. Where's he going to go? Out of Stavlo we go. 1.3 seconds off the pace. So not as competitive looking that McLaren in the middle sector. His teammate Piero is... could be
was
his...
really slow for the second sector, especially considering the first sector lap time.
Yeah, but the drive felt decent, just didn't seem to have the pace. His teammate Piero, I was going to say, is 1 second off the pace. Looks like he'll end up behind him. Could squeeze himself into just in front of Dummel and Alphadil. Could be putting himself in that region. Let's see. He goes 11th. He actually got between Dummel and Alphadil, so I predicted it. What a coincidence. Is Adam Wolf in the pyramid is the next car out there.
That was a weird lap.
I know why I didn't hear the game audio. I accidentally muted it on my end.
Makes sense.
My bad.
Could we see Q-Box lap be beating?
Well, if there's anyone, Adam Wolf is one of the people who can beat him. Adam Wolf, shall we talk about his season? What's there to say? He's third in the championship. He then scored in Indianapolis, he got on the podium in Texas, DNF'd in Road America, along with a whole lot of our people, won in Interlagos, and after a chaotic Silverstone, where he was at the front early on, he caused a collision and dropped to the back. He recovered to P6, and he's 2 tenths down in the first sector. That's pretty woeful.
That's
I did
disappointing.
not I did not expect that. Luckily for him, Sector 1 is the least consequential sector of this racetrack. Sector 2 is Sectors 2 and 3 are where most of the time is gained. So let's see what Wolf will be able to do. I'm sure he can improve on his pace a little bit through the middle sector, because that Sector 1 was not competitive at all. As Wolf, through the left-hander of Blue on we go, building up speed nicely into 5th gear. I only just now realized that these cars only have 5 gears. Anyway, Wolf... Oh, right. My bad. I was looking on the straight then. Wolf, 7 tenths down in the middle sector. That is about what I expected. I knew he'd do a little bit better, but it looks to me like he could be ending up in the region of Fakrzane and Sekores. I don't think he can get himself in front of UNESCO at this rate.
I think at best he is going to get in between Fakrusane and Sikoras.
Yeah, it could be, but let's see his exit from the last corner. It's pretty decent. It's pretty decent, alright. Wolf crosses the line and goes P6, just as you predicted, Yuri. He got between them. That was the best he could do, I'm afraid. 5 cars left. Dorian Milevsky is the next one of them in the Carlin.
Now, bigger expectations for the Carlin consider where Milevsky's teammate is right now.
Yeah, that could have been a wonder lap for Lee, though. Let's see. Milevsky didn't score in the first 2 races, but ever since then, ever since Road America, he has scored every single time. 9th, then 7th, then 5th at Silverstone. Could he get on the podium today if he continues that trend? We'll see. It's a little bit challenging, but yeah. He didn't score any points at all last season in his first season. Now he's up to 12th in the championship and he's got 18 points. Let's see if he can add to that
Progress.
tally today. Wait, what?
Progress.
Yes, he's made a lot of progress here, I agree. Milevsky, we'll see what he can do. That Carlin was very competitive with Lee in the first sector. Should be the same case for him, you would expect. Milevsky, in Sector 1, he hit 307 earlier. Just under 2 tenths down the first sector. This is nowhere near... This is not as good as Lee,
No,
but it's better than Wolf did.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Incoming to the second sector time mark.
Yep. Let's take a look. What is his pace going to be? 1 second off the pace, so yeah, Lee's miracle lap will not be repeated by the other Carlin. But he can get himself into the top 10.
Yeah, it's not going to be nearly as good as the other Carlin car, but could provisionally get a double top 10. Just about.
Yep, 10th place. Only just beaten by his compatriot Friedrich Sopa. As Guillaume Stop is the next car out there. And Stop, let's talk about... You alright?
Yep.
Let's talk about Stop. He is 6th in the championship. And he's been doing quite a good job so far this season. 5th place and pole at Indianapolis. 9th in Texas, DNF at Road America. In the last 2 races, he's finished 4th each time. Top, doing quite well in the Peugeot. Both of the Peugeot drivers have been overperforming the car, I'd say. They've been quite impressive this season. Of course, the
Yeah,
pole at Indianapolis was in very crazy conditions.
I'd say the Peugeot cars they have been the surprise package of the season.
Yeah. Yes, you're right, Yuri. And we'll see what Stop can do in the first sector. Simon Mutka will be next car out there. But what can Stop manage? In S1, 309 kph. I think that's the highest we've seen so far. And he's the second fastest in Sector 1 as well. Very close to what Qpog did. That
That's
Peugeot is fast in a straight line.
that's stronger than Lee's first sector, if I remember correctly.
Yes, indeed, and he seems to have higher top speed, but can he keep it up in the corners of Sector 2? I think he could be on for a very good lap if he can hook it up well. Can he beat his teammate? Can he beat Ionescu? Can he beat Fakruzane? I don't know if he can beat Lee, but who knows at this point, really? Stop for the right-hander of Fania. And now for the left, the second part of the chicane. Little hesitant on the turn-in, but I've seen that happen to many drivers and it cost them a lot of time. Let's check his middle sector then, shall we? Porten's down. This is beating Ionescu for sure, but I think he's not going to be able to beat Oliveira.
The first sector was really good, but the second sector was not as good.
Yeah.
Clearly. P4.
4th place, just about misses out on beating his teammate Oliveira. Simon Mutka is next in the Ferrari.
We have Ferrari, who I'd say they had a great time at Silverstone.
Indeed, they did quite well. Both cars on the podium, if I'm not mistaken.
Of
As
course,
Mutka,
you can make a lot of parallels between how Ferrari is doing in the World Champcar series and compared to how they're doing in the top class, and you feel like if you want to join Ferrari, you might want to join them in the Champcar instead.
you're not wrong. Anyway, Mutka's season, he didn't score in the first 2 races. He won at Road America dominatingly in that chaos. And at Interlagos, he only finished 9th and he got on the podium at Silverstone. He is currently 5th in the championship. Let's see what his first sector will be like. 308. And he's purple in the first sector. He's had an incredible run out of Eau Rouge. This is the fastest S1 we've seen so far. Miles clear of Qpok.
The top class car couldn't do that.
No, probably not. Though we have seen Federi do some miracles in that car. Which is why he's going to the Haas next season. He's going to Haas, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Mutka. For the right hander we go. And in towards the left of Fania. This first sector has been incredible, but can he keep it up in the middle part of the lap? His middle sector time is purple. 1.5 tenths up on Qpok. He's going. Yes, he is. He's gained
Yeah,
half tenth in the middle sector.
I made sure and checked. Yeah, Federi signed a 3-year deal with Haas F1 team, which means we are going to see him in that car for quite a while.
Could be a championship contender soon.
They are looking strong.
Yes, indeed. As Mutka finishes his lap, that's pole position. That's pole position for the time being. 149.2. Yes, indeed. His teammate Denis Parachki is next. Only 2 cars to go in this qualifying session. Parachki, he didn't score at Indianapolis or Road America, but every other race he has finished second. He is currently level with Florian Volker in the in the championship on 56 points.
That's
So that's
consistency.
yes, indeed, yes, indeed.
But
Though I
I,
think he will want to start winning some races.
yeah, I was just about to say I think he wants to do one better at some point.
Maybe sooner rather than later. He's going to start the lap now. Here we go with Parachki. As Florian Volker will be the next and last car to do a lap. Ennis has started his. Can he get a great run out of Eau Rouge? We'll see what his first sector time will be like. Mutka's effort will be bad, will be difficult to beat, but he is in the same car. Of course, traditionally, it's better to start second at Spa than first, as from pole you are almost guaranteed to lose the lead at the start. But Parachki, let's see what he's going to do in the first sector. I can't actually see his speedometer at the moment. I think it's a 308, and he's just half temp down, 600s, down the first sector. That's the second best S2, S1, sorry, we've seen so far. If he can increase his pace just a touch in the middle sector, he will be up there fighting for the pole.
Or maybe he's trying some next level tactics and get P2.
Yes, yes indeed, yes indeed.
Yeah, I will still argue taking the pole will be for the best. If you get a good start, you won't be beaten by the second place. But lot of the time we have seen the second place car get a better start in Spa for whatever reason.
Maybe just that's how the game works. One time down in the middle sector could be close to Qpok, could be quite close with Qpok. If you remember though in IFMC when Bottas in my car went from 7th all the way to 1st at the start, that was something. From 7th to 1st in the just before the first corner with a mega dive bomb. You'll never see anything like that ever again though. That was on a different game of course. But it's a very fun memory I have. As Parachki will be finishing his lap now. Can he get onto the front row? And the answer to that is yes.
He
He's
went
actually picked
purple
up time on
final
Mutka in the
sector.
last sector.
Definitely tactics if he could go fastest in the last sector.
Purple middle sector for Ines Parachki is the last car left to do a lap. Is Florian Volker, the championship leader. Let's talk about his season then, shall we? He's got 2 wins in Texas and Silverstone. But apart from that, he's had a non-score in the other 2 American races of Indianapolis and Road America, and only P8 in Interlagos. So he's got the most wins, but he's also had a little bit of inconsistency. Let's
Yeah,
see
but
if he can take another pole today.
this guy is used to championship fights.
Yes, indeed. He's not going to get discouraged easily. Volker is going through Eau Rouge now. Where can he position himself? Is this going to be a Ferrari from a lockout, or can he spoil their party? Through the first sector we go. We can't even see his speed anymore. But I can see he's 1.5 tenths down the first sector.
Yeah, it's looking a bit similar with. It's better than Wolf, but it's still a bit similar in the sense that it seems like Pyramid might just not have the best setup for this particular
It's
qualifying.
It seems to me he's headed for a P4. I think he will be able to beat Lee's lap. But he was half time story slower than Qpok in the first sector. So I don't know. I don't know what to say really, but oh, a little bit of hesitancy for the second part of Fania. Is that gonna cost him a bunch of time? Probably not, but let's see where he is in the middle sector. 4.5 tenths down. Could be quite close with Lee actually.
Yeah, it's
It'll be
if he nails the last sector could be P4, but I feel like P6 or P7 might be what's going to happen here.
yes indeed, yes indeed. It's going to be a Ferrari from a lockout, but can Volker find a spot on the second row? As he's about to finish his lap, where will the German driver go? As he crosses the line, is this P4?
It
Yes, it
is.
is. He's beaten Lee by half tenth there, and there's the session over. It's pole position for Simon Mutka here at Spa.
Yes, and I think we should read out all the names on the grid instead of here, so we can progress with
Yeah.
the session.
Yes, sure. I will be
And
taking a 5-minute break if that's okay.
that is fine. And the chat can look at this nice picture of the horse.
Yeah, the horse is back. I'll see you in 5 minutes, guys. I am back.
Yeah, I'm making the grid right now.
All right. Is it still live for the others?
Yes.
All right. Mm. Uh,
So the pit windows will be from lap 7 to 12 and then from lap 17 to 22 and there will be 30 laps.
all right.
Just
30 laps. Okay. Welcome to the chat, everybody. Welcome to the chat. Oh. Oh. Mhm.
and here is the screen share and here is the screen for the chat.
All right, we got it back. Bye bye, horse. Bye bye, horse. All right, then. It's time to get this race underway. Let's take a look at the grid then, Yuri. Shall we? 4x4 as we do per tradition. And here
Sure.
we go. It's Shimon Mutka on pole position in the Ferrari, joined by his teammate and his Parachki on the front row. It is David Kupok in third place, followed by his compatriot Florian Volker in P4.
Then it's Mercy Lee in P5, impressive for the Carlin, and Bernardo de Oliveira P6, Guillaume Stop P7, and Robert Ionescu P8.
Yes, then it is after that Rivki Fakrzyne in P9, followed by Adam Wolf. Then it is Panos Tsekaras in P11, followed by TJ Papiro in P12 in the McLaren.
And then Frederick Chopa P13, unlucky for some, Dorian Milewski P14, James Brickles P15, and Rafael Dummel P16.
Yes, Eric Kratochvil is in 17th, followed by Amin Alfadil in 18th. Then it is Hassan Temoro 19th and Jamil Gray 20th. And on the back row of the grid it is...
It's Colin Smith for Manor and Patrick Ferreira, who of course made that high profile error in the qualifying.
Yep, that's right, and it's going to be a wet race. It's going to be a wet race, and there's a chance of the rain lightening up a little bit as race progresses. But if wet races have taught us anything, expect some chaotic action.
Yeah, and probably what I thought about the pit windows might be made irrelevant by the rain. But in terms of how the cars are fueled, it's going to be that what I told earlier.
Yes, indeed. Mutka dominated one wet race already, and he's starting up all today, so let's see if he can do it again. Or will perhaps get the better of him at the start? Who knows what's going to happen? Plenty of things. We got wet tires, confirmation there for the drivers, and 30 laps ahead of us. Are you ready? Let's do this. Who's going to take the win? A very exciting Belgian race here at Spa beckons. Who's going to get the better start here? We're waiting for the lights. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and 6th round of the season is a long haul underway. It's underway. Very tentative launch, of course. You have to be very careful in these conditions. But Mutka has done a decent job so far. Watch out for Parachki and Kupok trying to get the jump on him around the outside. Kupok is having a great start, and Kupok is actually taking the lead. A fantastic start. Mutka drops down to third. He's under pressure from Volker behind. Everyone's kept it clean so far. Yes, indeed, an incredible effort from David Kupok. Fantastic start. He's already a second ahead. Volker trying to move into Eau Rouge. He knew that was never going to work, so he's dropped back into the slipstream. Parachki has gotten Mutka at the start, but he's gonna try to defend now. Mutka's going for around the outside. Oliveira's up into 5th place. Volker's got great drive here. He's got a chance to go up to third. Can he dive down the inside and take that place? Here goes Florian Volker. And the answer is yes. Mutka drops 3 places down at the start. He's followed by the 2 Peugeots, then Lee, then Ionescu. Then Fakruzane and Wolf. That's the top 10 at the moment.
I guess the pole
Every
position curse in this track keeps going,
And this
nobody's
time it was
really
much worse than we expected, as Jamil Gray has dropped to last. Volker is all over the back of the Ferrari of Parachki here, as Kipok is trying his best to pull away.
And a
This is going to be
reminder
a long
that
race, isn't
the
it?
drivers might be running different compounds of tires to each other with these raining conditions. There's 4 different ones in the Champcar series. You cannot
Yeah, that's
actually
true.
tell them apart.
Yeah,
You might
I
be
guess the
able
only
to tell
way...
the inters apart from the wets, but I don't even remember if that was the case.
The only way to hypothesize would be, I guess, to see the difference in paces. Ionescu has overtaken Lian seen by the cameras. Wolf is also up into 10th place, as the 2 Peugeots are lining up on Mutka. Mutka is having a horrible first lap, and Kipok is having the time of his life, as Volker will try to make it a German 1-2 by passing in his Parachki. These 2 guys are tied in the championship lead at the moment. Volker ahead on a comeback of wins. So let's see. Volker's going to dive down the inside of the chicane. Is he? He thinks better of it. He has to back out as the Peugeots are side by side. Stop against the Oliveira, and Stop has made the move work around the outside of the last corner. Great stuff. Ionescu's got good traction as his teammate Kupok sets the fastest lap. Will the Oliveira be losing position to Ionescu? I think the Romanian driver is going to go for it, as is Volker. Volker is diving for it on Parachki. He doesn't want to back down, but he has to. How did they not touch there? Kupok leads by 3 seconds already. That's incredible.
He's just everybody else is just fighting, and Cuba can be alone there. He can build a huge gap by taking advantage of this.
Yes, indeed, as now Volker is trying his best to make a move around the outside of Parachki, switching to the inside. It's a long straight. Dumela and Moro have each lost a position, unseen by the cameras. Could Volker be gaining one? We got yellow flag at Eau Rouge. It's for Adam Wolf. It's an early DNF for Adam Wolf. What's happened there?
This looks like a crash.
Yes, yeah, same opinion for me. Let's see. Wolf, has he lost it at the top of Eau Rouge? Yes, he has. Oh my goodness.
Into the inside wall.
Oh my goodness. It's very easy to mess up here.
Look at Ferreira. He almost went into him.
Oh my goodness. That was a close shave. Wolf out, the man third in the championship. He's only 6 points off the championship lead, and this is not going to be good for him. His qualifying wasn't that great, and now his race is over in just 2 laps. Volker, meanwhile, thinks of diving past Parachki, but can't make it work. Kipok extended his lead up to 4 seconds in the meantime.
Overtaking in the wet can be difficult.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
Yeah, but Volker's going to go for it into Poulan. It's possible to pass in the wet, but he can't make it work here. The Peugeots are racing each other. Is it getting wet, or is that just me?
I cannot tell, to be honest.
Fair enough, as Gray is trying to make a move, he can't do it. The 2 Peugeots are still running close to each other and catching up to Mutka. 5.5, he's getting a second and a half in the last sector. Kipok is on fire right now, as Volker, unable to make the move into Blanchimont. Can he go for it at the bus stop chicane? Look at the spray, look at the lack of visibility. Is he gonna switch to the inside and dive late? No, he's not. He's thinking better of it. De Oliveira tries to attack his teammate. Can't get it done either. Ionescu waiting behind them, waiting for a mistake perhaps. As Parachki seems to be holding up a lot of people. He's finished second a few times this season, could be adding to that streak. As Kupok is extending his lead, fastest lap of the race. Will Volker dive into turn 1? No, he won't. In fact, he was very tentative there. Very, very tentative. He's gone wide. Could be putting himself under pressure from Mutka, when Mutka is not close enough to take advantage. 6.2 second advantage for Kupok. This is insane. What an amazing pace he is having.
race is when it's a rainy race and you manage to get to be the front car without any issues. If the car behind yourself is even a little bit slower and you're holding up others, the spray and all of the other difficulties in the race is just going to multiply to the other drivers that aren't going to happen to you when you're in front. You can just drive peacefully.
Yes, yes indeed. Meanwhile, Sopa has overtaken Kratovich announcing by the cameras. And all aboard the NS train as Sopa is going for a move. Down the inside, he's overtaken Milevsky. Great stuff into the Vaj. That's not a corner where you ever see overtakes in the dry, but in the wet, anything can happen. And looks like Lee's under pressure. Fakruzane tried to move into Puan, but couldn't make it work. Sorry. Barachki still doing a good job defensively as Kupok is under no pressure at all, extending the gap up at the front. De Oliveira is going for the move, so is Volker, but Volker can't. Sorry, so is Mutka, but Mutka couldn't make it work. De Oliveira has made it work, and UNESCO is going to try to do the same on the outside of Guillaume Stop at last corner. Great stuff there. Stop loses 2 places, and UNESCO clever to follow up, but is Stop going to be able to come back at him? No, UNESCO goes defensive, felt the need to cover the door, but Stop didn't even try to attack him. Either way, both De Oliveira and UNESCO are up a place, as Fakruzane close to running into the back of Lee there. No contact though, and no contact here, even though it looked like they touched. Sopak close to Papiro. Yeah, Sopak close to Papiro.
Kupok is gone.
Yes, indeed. He tried to make the move into Eau Rouge. Sopa, that was very brave for Friedrich Sopa. He was unable to make it work though. And let's see if we can get anything down onto the Camel straight. He's going to go for it, so is his teammate. Lee under big pressure. Lee under big pressure. Sopa, can he make it work? Careful not to overshoot. He's done just fine. Volker's fine overtaking Parachki, meanwhile unseen by the cameras. He got him into the Vaj. Must be. I could drive here. Just went for it. Parachki defended heavily, but Volker got through. And the championship leader is now back in the virtual championship lead. Parachki, is he gonna drop back some more? Or is he gonna have to keep defending? Who knows? Tsekras is fighting hard for 11th place, I think that is. 10-second advantage for Kupok, but can Volker do anything to close it down? We'll have to wait and see. Tsekras is gonna go for the move into Puan. Impossible for the moment. Sopak confirmation of being up to 10th place. As Blake appears to be back. That is good news as Parachki has gone a little bit deep. Hello Blake, are you there?
Yeah, hello. I've just been working.
Welcome back.
On projects. Anyways,
It's alright.
seems to be the problem here. Oh.
Confirmation that Papiro has dropped to 11th as meanwhile we got a fight here. Motka holding up a train of cars. Is the Oliveira and then Ionescu and then Stop trying to find a way past him. Motka defends the inside, but the Oliveira is going to dive now. Stop is going to dive on Ionescu also. And Stop lost the position a lap ago, but he's taking it back.
Yeah, the Peugeot looks like it's got past the Red Bull sponsored car there of Robert Ionescu.
Yes, that was a good move.
Whoopsie daisy.
It's fine, don't worry.
I'll be on board with Florian Volker again. Oh,
what's Ionescu doing? He tried to dive, close to contact, but he couldn't make it work.
I don't think it was contact there, but it was very close though. Just close.
He got past Stop initially, but he got caught by surprise and re-overtaken at the chicane this lap. Let's see if Ionescu can come back at him. He does appear to have a slight pace advantage over Stop, so I don't think he wants to be held up behind him for much longer. Look at him, he's very close to the back of him in the slipstream. Stop trying his best to defend, but I think Ionescu might have the edge of him. Peugeot has great straight line speed, but can Ionescu dive down the inside and take that place? Yes, he can.
Yeah.
He's up in the 6th place.
What is this doing is just letting Mutka and Oliveira just pull away from from the pack end.
De Oliveira is
Good
going
Oliveira
for
on the
it.
inside.
Mutka goes very
Ferrari.
deep, and De Oliveira has taken the place. Great stuff. Can Ionescu try to follow up? No, he's a little too far back. Good move for Bernardo de Oliveira. And as the pole sitter
Yeah.
drops down to 5th place.
Yeah, Oliveira just it just looks like it's
Hold on,
getting
Patrick has gone
old.
wide. He's gone wide and he's lost a bunch of time into Buon. Difficult corner in the dry, even trickier in the wet. And he's put a wheel on the AstroTurf almost. Ran to the edge of the curb. He could have lost a lot more time. But thankfully it's only this. Now De Oliveira is right over the back of him. He's gonna have to go defensive into Fania. De Oliveira didn't even think of trying to go for it though. This fight is intensifying. Kyopak leads by 11 seconds from Volker in the meantime. Volker is definitely faster than Parecki, but he's still slower than his compatriot. As we could be set for some action here. Watch for De Oliveira and Ionescu trying to make moves.
Some movement cut to flow. But we got Robbie Ionescu in the Chevrolet Andretti, but he gets forced off.
Yeah, that squeeze cost him a little bit, but he's gaining back in the slipstream. This visibility is terrible, but I think he's going to try to commit to the dive. He's going to go for the outside. Is he going to switch? He's not going to switch because Mutka goes defensive. Mutka is actually attacking De Oliveira in front, but he can't make it work.
No gap.
That was very bold from Mutka, I have to say. But unfortunately, he couldn't make it work. As we're on to lap 6. Kyopak has extended the gap to Volker by about 3/10. So he's doing very well so far. By the way, Blake, you missed Wolf DNFing. Stop is going to try to attack Ionescu yet again. But too far back to make a move.
Yeah.
I think Ionescu needs to watch his back because Stop is always trying to come back at him. Has Milevski, he is in front of Kratochvil. I'm not sure if that's a pass or if he was in front the whole time.
There's nothing you can stop Kyopak right now.
No. He's done an incredible job so far in this race, and hopefully he can keep it up. As meanwhile, Jamil Gray is fighting with Alpha Dale for 20th place. Fakhrizadeh has just overtaken Leon, seen by the cameras. He's up in 8th place. So good stuff for Rifki Fakhrizadeh. Looking at the minimap, Kyopak has a huge advantage. And this is the longest track on the calendar. As we gotta move. Ooh, Brickles has gone off track. He's been passed by his teammate. Can he rejoin safely here? No, he can't. He's lost his rear wing. Moro has run into the back of him.
That's definitely a standard penalty. There's absolutely no way that Moro could not conceive through the sprint there.
Yeah, it was impossible to avoid. Thankfully, he's still in the race, but he's lost his front wing as a result. Brickles has lost his rear wing.
20-second time penalty for unsafe rejoin.
Alright, 20-second pen for Brickles. As Gray is trying to squeeze through there. Can he pass these guys quickly? No, he's still stuck behind Brickles. He's gonna go around the outside of him now. He's got him. Yeah, 20-second pen for James Brickles. As Namoro has overtaken him. Back to the fight for Rafe. Lee against Fakhrizadeh. She's going to dive to get the place back. Stopa is also in the fight, but Fakhrizadeh has defended. Kyopak has extended his lead by another half second in the meantime. As Mutka has dropped back to De Oliveira quite a lot. He's been defending heavily from Ionescu, it seems. Actually, Stop has overtaken Ionescu, unseen by the cameras, so he's got him back again. Interesting. Kyopak, meanwhile, extending his advantage up front. Moro coming in to repair the damage. And if there's any upside to coming into the pit impromptu, you'll get much fresher tires now, but he's lost a lot of time as a result. He's put in this amount of fuel. He could still be on the 2-stop after all. He'll be hoping he doesn't have to switch to a 3, because if he 3 stops, his race will surely be compromised. De Oliveira is still stuck behind Parachki. In the meantime, Volker has opened up 7 seconds on the Macedonian driver. Where's Stop? He's right there, actually. He is trying to overtake Utka, as Sopa has overtaken Lee, as seen by the cameras. De Oliveira tried to have a look into Paul and couldn't make it work. And
I think Oliveira's picking a fuel.
He's
Oh,
got a pit stop, yeah, he's coming in this lap. He's gonna try to go for the undercut. Fresh tires in wet conditions are significantly stronger, so if he can make it work, that'll be great news for him.
yeah. Trying to like roll the dice to see what happens, but the rain will be lighting off later in the race, but like it's probably not be a massive disadvantage that people would say, but here comes Oliveira again, but
I wonder
Did he
who
not
else
get-
is pitting this lap. None of these guys. No, De Oliveira is the only one in the top 7 pitting this lap. He has to be careful here. He's gonna dive past Parachki just to prove he can. He's not gonna dive. He's coming into the pits now, and he'll be our first scheduled stop of the day.
they're scheduled one of the day. You can ignore Brickles and
Yeah, first scheduled, I said. Yeah.
yeah, obviously, but more of that accident that we saw earlier.
Oliveira comes into the pits, 15 laps of fuel. More or less stop be like. 9.5 second stop, that's quite long. Thankfully no traffic for him. DJ Papiro came into the pits, he was his garage was behind though. 13.9 laps for him. Ferreira is also in. Papiro, I think I mentioned him already. He's in. 9.3. Yeah, some quite long stops, but the fresher tires will make up for it.
I think they just put more fuel in the car. That's why the stops are taking more longer than
Yeah.
usual.
Ionescu and Stop are coming into our pits at the end of this lap, by the way. As the Oliveira has energy in front of this traffic, this is crucial for his chance of jumping Parachki. As now Gray going for the move on Alphadil, I think that is. It is Alphadil, yes. And is Gray going to be ahead? Yes, he is. Good move. For Jamal Gray up in the provisional 15th place. Meanwhile, the two Penskes are scrapping for P7 on the road. Stop had a little look into Puan, can make it work past Mutka. Ionescu's also stuck behind Stop. He'll be coming into pits at the same time as him. And I think one of them is going to get garage advantage, or the other.
Really depends on the pit stop though, but and also if those guys keep fighting each other, it's literally just advantage to Oliveira. He can just literally just pick up the pieces from the scrap. Quite
Well, the
literally.
Oliveira was in front of them anyway.
Yeah. It's just helping me even more. Here comes Stopper.
He's going to go for it.
Once
He's going to
again.
be he's going to have his run compromised though. Ionescu will be gaining now. Is he going to be able to send it on the brakes? Has to be very careful on pit lane entry. He and Stop are coming at the same time. Stop going for the outside. Does this open the door for Ionescu? He didn't think about it. He's staying behind. He's going to try to get Stop in the pit stop here. The two of them are coming in right now. They're going to both try to jump Mutka. And Stop has been a little bit of a thorn in Ionescu's side. Ionescu has been a little bit faster than him, but Stop has been racing him quite hard and making life a little bit difficult. But I think they enjoy this fight. As two of them are in, which one of them is going to be ahead? I think that's garage advantage for Ionescu. 11.9 laps of fuel. So he's fuel lighter than De Oliveira. I think he might be able to jump Stop. He's put a lap less. 7.9 second stop. I think that's the quickest stop we've seen so far today. And Stop might have to wait here. Yes, he will. Stop will have to wait and Ionescu jumps him. So good work from the Andretti crew. They've got their man in front. Is he? He's going to be behind Oliveira, but that was expected. Ionescu will be trying to hunt him down, and he'll be close to Jamil Gray, actually. Gray is yet to pit. He's gonna try to pass Ionescu. The two of them are friends, of course, but I'm sure Ionescu is not gonna let him by that easily. Gray's got Gray ran out of Eau Rouge. But that Viper doesn't have great straight line speed. Ionesco's gonna have to go defensive. No, the Viper can't gain. Gray's gonna have to tuck back into the slipstream. He's actually trying to send it, but thinks better of it at the last moment. 14-second lead for Qpok in the meantime. Doing a good job to extend the gap. They're doing a very good job.
Yeah, he's just falling away from everyone. Keepbach still showing he has the speed, power. So I died.
Sorry.
In Minecraft.
Hmm.
I'm also for legal reasons. I'm not playing Minecraft at the moment. I'm just saying it to make sure that you just not strike me down.
Yeah, don't worry about it. As Volker is coming into the pit from second place.
I know what you did.
Hang on.
He's in. And let's see if the Ferrari crew can get their man a good stop. Sorry, Ferrari? Why did I say Ferrari? It's a pyramid. He's got Ferrari mechanics, but he's not in Ferrari. Let's see. Volker, the championship leader. 7.1 second stop. Best stop of the day so far. I didn't see his 10.9. 10.9 fuel.
That's not
Oh. Yeah, that's good. Meanwhile, the two Peugeots are racing each other. Fakruzane is in front of Suppa, who will be pitting this lap. Can Volker be in front of these guys? Yes, he will. But comfortably. Suppa coming in. Yopak is feel heavier than the others, actually, but he's doing an amazing job. Very strong effort.
Zopper's in gonna box. Depends. Through.
Yeah, he's gonna try to jump his teammate.
Qpok like going for like a long strategy. I think by the looks, yeah.
That makes his incredible pace even more impressive in the first stint so far. Is the Oliveira quicker than him right now? I can't actually see very clearly. No, it appears he is not.
Very close. Qpok is keeping pace with the Vaughan tires.
Very interesting. Barachki is coming in this lap, meanwhile. Sopa trying to pass his teammate at Puhan, no chance. Don't forget, James Brickles has 20-second penalty. As Barachki coming in this lap. 3.5 second advantage he has over Mutka. I think he'll be trying to stay in front of the Oliveira, but I'm not sure if he can do it. He might be getting jumped.
Depends how much fuel it depends how much fuel it takes in, unless he like wants the short stint.
Yeah, but that will not be good news for him as he comes into the pits now. And Porashki's had to do a lot of defending on the first stint. He was fueled a touch heavier than the others. Let's see if the second stint will be more favorable for him.
Yeah.
In he comes. How much fuel are they going to put in his car? .9. So expect around about 7-second stop for him. 7.3, yes. No held ups, so decent effort. Where is he going to merge? I think that's the Oliveira jumping in front. No, that's Lee. Where is the Oliveira? That's Kratoshville. The Oliveira is right behind these guys. He's in traffic. This could be close. Maybe the undercut is not that incredible. But the Oliveira is going to be side by side with Parachki. He's in front of Parachki. But only... No, he's behind. He's slowing down.
Huh?
Did he just let Parachki take the place? What is this? I don't understand.
I need a replay of this real quick.
Same, I don't understand his reasoning there.
He just lets him go.
Huh?
You're a race car driver, Bernardo. You don't have to obey traffic regulations.
He just decided just to He decided to have a day off.
Meanwhile, Stop has
altogether.
lost a bunch of time in the traffic. He's quite a way down behind Ionescu. He was right behind him at the pit stop stages. Now he's quite a way down. Asparchki is right in front of the Oliveira. Is he gonna have a pace advantage over him, or will be under a lot of pressure from the Brazilian? Jamil Gray coming to the pits. Look how far down Stop is. That's like over 5 seconds, maybe even more.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he just got held up, probably in traffic, more likely from the Maya Shankar for Alpha Dale.
Massively, massively. Hold on, gotta move here.
Hang on.
Sorry, go on.
No. Doesn't seem to get enough space. I was about to say is that I don't think Stopper would have. I think Stopper would have thrown out a very censored gesture towards the to the Sudanese, very efficiently and quickly.
Might be. Yupok only puts 10 laps of fuel in the meantime. He's come in. Mutka's also coming in, and he's holding up Volker. Volker's already passed him once, and he's caught up to him already. He has to be careful here. He's going to go for the move.
He's entering pit lane as well.
Yeah, championship leader will slot behind. Yupok emerges comfortably in the lead.
Yeah,
7.7 seconds stop for him.
Yeah, Kupok's definitely won this.
Meanwhile, Parachki is attacking Kratochvil, who is pitting this lap. Which one of the two Slavic drivers will have the advantage? Kratochvil stays in front. Truck driver comes into the pits, so does Marcy Lee. And so does Rifki Fakrzain and Shimon Mutka. Mutka Polster puts 11 laps in his wagon. Fakrzain, how much is he going to put? 10 laps. Kupok has 32-second advantage over Volker. When did he gain 32 seconds? I must have lost track of time. Ionescu has overtaken the Oliveira, unseen by the cameras. He's up to 4th place. When did he get him? Did he get him down at turn 1? No, he got him at the chicane with a very aggressive dive bomb, but he's made it work, He's having a much better second stint here, and the Andretti driver has made up a place. Next target for him is Enes Parachki.
Oh, he's having a moment. Never mind.
He's having a moment, and that was very close to disaster. He's lost that place to the Oliveira, but he hasn't lost any more. All of them have jumped Mutka, but this is a very costly error for Ionescu. Oh my god, that was scary as hell.
I guess commentator's curse strikes again.
Yeah, I guess you're right. He's going to have to try to overtake the Oliveira again. What is Sopa doing with this line? What is this line? Oh my goodness.
I think it got forced wide by Fakrzain.
Yeah.
I think it got forced wide. I was like
6.6 second stop for Gray. That's the best stop of the race. Ionescu's lost about 3 seconds, I guess, with that scary moment. I think he can get it back. It's 14 seconds between the leaders, not 30.
It was probably calculated.
It was calculated before the pit stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
It was before Volker crossed the line.
Volker's actually cut the gap by 2 tenths.
But is it enough though? I think it might just be enough, but it depends how everything goes around.
The gap is too big at the moment.
In 5 minutes, the rain should turn into light rain instead of
yes.
Or moderate rain.
Meanwhile, Smith is going for a move into pull on, but he can't make it work. Has to back out and actually dip the wheel in the grass there for just a second, I think. Oh, sorry.
He's just calling off his tires. That's all.
Very interesting cooldown tactics. Meanwhile, Ionescu is closing back onto the Oliveira. I'm sorry, I'm not feeling 100%.
Lewinsky just couldn't find a way to get past as he's on the back of the hero. Demel's having like a look. Is it enough for the Chip Ganassi? No, I don't think it wasn't. Fractureville's also on the attack. Demel's catching. I don't ask why I'm doing this voice. Well, that everyone, like, because Demel is chatting Walewski. Can he get any traction? By the looks of things, no.
Doesn't seem like it. Pereira's having a moment meanwhile, and he's going to crash into Gray. Gray, he's taken out Gray.
That is a big accident.
Yes, indeed, huge accident.
Yeah.
Gray and Ferreira are out. Wait, he's hit the debris after all.
Has he? No, he hasn't.
He did hit the debris. He doesn't have a front wing anymore.
No. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Is that damage for James Brickles again?
Unfortunate, very unfortunate for Gray. He didn't do anything wrong. Let's see. Ferreira went up the hill, lost the car. Is this a dangerous rejoin or not? I don't think so.
I think that's even more on Gray.
He tried to go Gray.
No penalty for this, but I feel like Gray is the one who made a mistake there.
Racing incident.
Yeah, looks more like it, honestly. Gray tried to take advantage of the error and I think tried to push it too hard. So you can't put the blame predominantly on one guy. Meanwhile, UNESCO has got back to the Oliveira. There are yellow flags in Eau Rouge, but you can't overtake there. Meanwhile, Kupok has responded to Volker's pace and has extended the gap to 15 seconds. Benzema will like that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I should not have made that joke. Anyway, UNESCO is right over the back, right behind Fernando Oliveira. He can't go for it here though. Confirmation that Ferreira and Gray are out of this race. UNESCO needs to get this overtake done quickly if he wants to catch up to Parachki, but he can't get it done right now. Meanwhile, Kupok doing a fantastic job at the front. Sopa is racing with his teammate Fakruzane. He was unable to jump him. Appears they'll be fighting a little bit more. 15.5 seconds. So Kupok has extended the gap by half a second there. I'm sorry. He is unable to overtake his teammate. Alphadil has dropped to the back after taking that damage. Parachki is extending the gap to the Oliveira, doing a good job. The Oliveira is holding up UNESCO. Parachki is trying to hold on for another podium. Will he be able to get it done? We'll have to wait and see. Nesco's trying to overtake into Puhan, but realizes can't make that move work. So he'll have to try to get over somewhere. And Multka is gaining on both of them. Shimamurka on much fresher tires has gained a little bit more. Maybe he'll be trying to pass them soon enough. Who knows? The poster space is definitely better than it was back in the first stint. As Volker is... We got a big fight here in the meantime. Kratos will try to make a move on Dumel. Couldn't do it. I'm sorry, I'm not feeling alright. Kupok minding his business at the front well, extending his advantage. Stopa trying to go for a move on his teammate, unable to make anything happen though. He's gonna try again.
If you're Roger Penske right now, you'll be absolutely just praying to anyone above the heavens, those two cars not crashing into each other.
Yes, indeed. Meanwhile, Bopiro doing a lot of defending from a lot of people. Milevski trying to go for the outside. Can Dumel get in there? Dumel's gonna dive, past Milevski. And Lee is also gonna try to dive. Milevski is losing 3 places in one corner. That's a moment of shame, I'm afraid. He left the door completely open and 3 people have just waltzed by. The male Kratovsville and his teammate Marcelli have all made their way through. Leski was caught napping there, I'm afraid.
I think Orwellski knows that like he needs to get out of the way, otherwise there would have been an absolute massive accident at the chicane. So I would say, as much as it was a moment of shame. I would rather lose 5 positions than be involved in in an accident. So
Yeah, but he could have defended a little bit better, I think. As Kratovsville goes a little wide.
not good exit on the power.
No. Meanwhile, Ionescu is still stuck behind Oliveira and Mutka is getting closer to both of them. This is helping Podacki pull away quite a bit. As now Milevski is trying to re-overtake Lee around the outside. Nope. Has to slow down. He's gonna compromise him. He's still in the slipstream though. Very low visibility, but he's gonna dive on his teammate. Lee closes the door. And Lee has lost a lot of time with the pit stop stages actually. So far. Yupok leading the race still. Extending the gap. Fastest lap of the race for David Kupok, 2 minutes 3.4. Very good effort. I'm sorry. Yes, we're over the halfway stage of this race, actually.
We'll be boxing very soon now.
Yeah, the second pit stop stages will be beginning in a few laps, and the rain will be getting lighter. Maybe that's another reason why he got the fastest lap. Maybe some more fastest laps will be en route. Who knows? Ionescu is very close to the back of the Oliveira, but still unable to find a way through, is the Romanian. Lee behind Kratovsville, but Piro still defending for dear life against Dumel. Dumel, of course, was last in the championship. He has DNF'd the last 4 races in a row, and now he's opened the door for Kratovsville, who's taken 1 place. Can he make it 2? He's gonna try to overtake his teammate EJ Papiro, but won't do it.
Here comes the Mel coming back.
From a long way back, but unable to take it back.
There was a little twitch there. There was a little twitch there from Demel on the trying to get on the power on the exit, but Cratchville got through. Now here comes Cratchville on the inside, but Pyrrha actually defends.
Careful, boys, your teammates, as Joe would say. Hold on. That's Milevski making a move. Unable to do it. Meanwhile, Ionescu is still stuck behind Oliveira. He's losing a bunch of time because of the Peugeot, it seems. If he wants to hunt down Podacki, he needs to get that move done soon. Sooner rather than later. Lee's going... Sorry, that was Lena Milevski. She's going on the attack on Dumel. Dumel closed the door, though Lee was unable to pass.
He's trying to get through, but it's gotten so bad that...
Hold on, Kratovsville is going for it into the Vaj. We've seen this move done a few times by other people. Kratovsville, they're still side by side. Has he done it? Yes, he has. Yes, he has.
Yeah, got him.
And Papiro loses a bunch of time as a result. Now, you'd imagine he'll want to hold up the others to help his teammate. Sorry, go on.
Yeah. Also, I think that here is that slow that the banner has actually caught up to the back of this train. So it's the...
Mutka has caught Ionescu in the meantime. He's joined the fight with him and De Oliveira. As the 2 Penskes are still Penskeing.
But the catch... Oh, so there's a lap car ahead.
Add that to the dictionary. No, I think that's Guillaume Stop in the Peugeot. That they're racing legitimately. Volker's coming in this lap. This looks a little early. So is Ionescu, so it seems.
It's a real pit call. Lap 17 was the beginning of the second pit window.
Right. Okay, they'll be trying to get an undercut on these guys. I will be right back.
Alright. I'll be filling the void for now, as Volker is going to come into the pit lane. And he hasn't gone bingo fuel, but I think the rain started to slightly calm down, so I think It's a good decision by Pyramid trying to get an undercut on Qpok, unless Qpok is going to box as well, but he is starting to catch traffic, Qpok. Looks on the Knuckles then into pit lane with ownership Ganassis. Actually, Parachi is not that far off of Qpok.
I have returned. What were you saying?
So Parachi is not that far off of Volker. It's like 7 seconds off.
No, that's compared to the next car. He's 20 seconds. Look at the minimap, actually. He's quite a way down. Don't worry, Blake. Don't worry about it.
I have literally just like worked like 1 hour 30 minutes. I literally missed qualifying.
Don't worry.
Just to finish my college work.
Don't worry about it. It's okay.
I know.
Volker comes into the pits. We'll be expecting UNESCO to make the same call very, very shortly. No hold up for Volker. He's got the track to himself right now. Qpok appears to be catching up to some lap traffic. 16 laps of fuel. He's going to the end, as expected, for Florian Volker. And the championship leader doing a good job. He will be hoping Ionescu can get in front of Parachki because that will increase his lead in the championship. Currently, he's tied with Parachki. As Ionescu comes into the pits, he's going to try to jump the Oliveira and then hand down Parachki with this undercut. And he comes. Has he gone a lap or two too early? I'm not quite sure, but the Romanian driver is making his stop now. That error was costly and he's been unable to re-overtake the Oliveira. He's only 4 seconds behind Parachki. He's going to try to make the most of it. Is he going to emerge in clean air? I think he might do. Going to the end, 16 laps of fuel. More than enough.
And still refueling.
9.3. That is one risk of pinning as early as he and Volker have.
I think the Viper's going to get past. But I don't think it's going to be big of a deal because he's going to be in.
Well, let's see. He doesn't want to be held up by him for too long by Tsekaras. The Greek driver is just behind, but he's not letting him ahead like the Oliveira did. Ionescu needs to get past him quickly, though. He doesn't want to be compromised. Parachki's coming in this lap, actually. As is Qpok, the race leader. He's putting a lap on Alphadil, I think that was. And which he has done. Oh yeah, because Ferreira is out of the race. Qpok is coming into the pits. He's done a brilliant job so far in this race. And all he has to do is bring it home nicely.
The Walker pit line.
Qpok comes in. I'm sorry.
Qpok.
He's fueling to the end of this race.
No,
Now 2 seconds. No traffic for him at all, so he's good. Sorry. Lee's in a little bit of fight here with Dumel. She's unable to find her way through, though. Meanwhile, Ionescu is stuck behind the Viper. This is not good for him. Needs to pass him quickly. Otherwise, his chance of getting third place might be jeopardized. Sekra is coming in this lap. This could cost Ionescu some time. Top is also coming in this lap. In comes Parachki. He will be in front of Ionescu for sure. As Ionescu is being held up here. Top's teammate Fakruzane came into the pits along with Stop. Ionescu's going for the outside. Staying behind, might be compromised here a little bit as the Viper comes into the pits, but this has not been a good outlap for the Romanian driver. He's lost a bunch of time, and here goes Parachki. I think he will be comfortably in front of Ionescu still. He had a 4-second advantage before. Will it be roughly about the same? Or will it get a little bit lower? Or perhaps higher? Looks to be about the same, honestly. Or maybe a little increased. What do you think?
I think it's like a little nothing. Anyways, Fakruzane and Stop.
So Ionescu won't be appreciating that traffic. Let's see if he can jump the Oliveira, though. He's coming in this lap, so is Mutka. So Ionescu is in a fight with both of them. How far down is he behind Parachki? 5 seconds. He's lost a second because of that traffic. Actually, so this will not be good for him. If he wants to jump the Oliveira, he needs to pull the best lap he can right now. Otherwise, he might be in danger of being jumped by Mutka as well. That Peugeot of the Oliveira is quite difficult to pass with superior straight line speed. So we'll see what's going to happen.
Speed of the Peugeot engines, just in general, in World Champcar, have always been, well, especially this season, been notoriously quick and on the tracks where it's like, see, oh my god, crash out of Rouge and Smileski.
Milevski's out of this race. My goodness me.
No, he's not.
He's still going. He's still going.
Still alive. Get off the racing line.
He's not in the path of anybody. That's a little scary. How's this happened? Milevski had a slide mid-corner, got on the curb and completely lost the back end. Lucky not to take any damage, lucky to still be in this race. He avoided the wall.
I think he took too much curb there and got bitten pretty hard. Bit of black.
Yeah, you're right. Volker says the fastest lap. The track is drying up a little bit, it seems. Good stuff for Florian Volker. As de Oliveira will be coming into the pits this lap. Will he be in front of Ionescu or behind? What can we say about Mutka in the meantime? I want to see what the gap is between Ionescu and Parachki. If Romania has been able to chase it down a little bit.
I think Oliveira's
It'll be interesting to see.
I think Oliveira's going to short fuel this. He's going to go like 6 laps at least.
This is the last stop, mate.
Oh, 10 laps. 10 laps. Not 5. What am I drinking?
8.7 second stop. This is going to be close between him and Robert Ionescu, I think. Where is the Andretti driver? There goes Parachki. Ionescu, I think, will be close to him here. Can he get a jump on the Oliveira? He's right here, look. And Ionescu does the same. No, he didn't do the same thing, but he's going to try to pass him into Eau Rouge. This is going to be very, very brave. Can he make it work? Side by side they go. He can't do it. He's still got another chance on Camel Straight, though. I think he's got the confidence. He's going for it. He's got warmer tires. Can he pass the Oliveira finally? Yes, he can. Ionescu's up to 4th place. Next target for him is Enes Parachki if he can chase him down. But that was a crucial overtake he had to make. Ionescu absolutely had to make that move. He couldn't afford to lose any more time. Can he still hunt for the podium? Or will he have to sell for 4th? Or even start thinking defensively? Ionescu's trying to shake off the Oliveira, but it's not going to be super easy for the moment.
I think Oliveira's equally split.
Q-Box is the fastest lap. The Oliveira tries to move into P1, unable to make it work. That might be what Ionescu needs to pull away.
Yeah, Q-Box just absolutely destroyed Flo's that time. Yeah, Q-Box definitely gonna.
4.5. Ionescu's gained half second on Parachki on the last lap.
I think Oliveira's like the same pace. It's not like massive.
Well, the Oliveira has just come out of the pits. Mutka is also a threat to the Oliveira. Meanwhile, Milevski is going for a move on Moro, I think that is. As Q-Park is coming up to lap these guys. Yes, it's Moro. Obviously, both Milevski and Moro have been involved in incidents as Q-Park is held up.
A little hold up, but I don't think it's going to be massive, though.
Well, he's gone past Moro. He'll be getting past Milevski, but he's in no rush, really. He's got a big gap. A very solid lead as Fakruzane and Sop are still racing after their last pit stops. Are you kidding me? These guys are inseparable. Meanwhile, Ionescu, watch this, has gained another half second on Parachki. He's definitely got a pace advantage on the Macedonian, and the fight for the podium is on. He's also barely holding off the Oliveira for the time being.
Yeah, Oliveira.
He comes in.
Yeah, Oliveira seems to be in touch in of Ionescu. It doesn't mean that he's just gonna fall away.
Don't forget, the Oliveira and the Peugeot has bare straight line speed, and stop has been quite a nuisance for Ionescu in the first stint, making some unexpected moves. Ionescu has to be wary. De Oliveira is still behind him, still a threat. But I think Ionescu feels confident he can go and get that podium, especially after the horrible disappointment he suffered in Silverstone, where he was robbed of a podium because of the pit lane glitch with Sopa. It'll be great redemption for him. He can get that podium and catch him past Barachki. Lee, 8.4 second stop for her. Going to the end of this race. Yupok, he's dealt with the lapped cars. Just minding his business at the front, doing a fantastic job. 3.8, meanwhile, Ionescu continues to gain on Parachki, who will catch him before the end of this race. Kipok, has he ever won in this category? I want to see. This is his first season in Champcar, actually, yeah. If Kipok is on track to take his first win since Italy 2017 in GP2, as things stand. He hasn't won in a very long time, but he will finally do it again at this rate. What's the gap meanwhile in the battle for third? 3.8 still. Ionescu will be regretting that error. He's lost time to De Oliveira, actually. He's under some pressure now. He's at bad middle sector, I think. And De Oliveira is trying to get past him.
Oliveira
He's going to switch to the inside and dive.
inside. Can he get past?
No, he can't. This is helping Parachki, you know. And De Oliveira has lost a bunch of time here. Where's Mutka? I thought he was right behind these guys. Dumel overtakes Lee in the meantime for 14th. Marcelli has not had a good race, I'm afraid. She has been dropping back every stint, it seems. Volker, doing a great job in second place. Sorry, I'm not feeling well. 3.7 is the gap. De Oliveira has lost over... No, not over a second. He's 7 tenths down on Ionescu. We could be looking at a three-way fight for third at this rate. Maybe four-way if Mutka can get involved. Smith is in the... It's in the meantime. I'm sorry. Kipok, another fastest lap for him. Rain is getting lighter. That's good news. And Kipok is on track to take his first victory in 6 seasons, back when he was in GP2. He just needs to bring it home. In the Andretti.
That's what the long-time German journeyman has been trying to do.
De Oliveira has overtaken Ionescu, meanwhile unseen by the cameras. He must have got him in Pujon.
Yeah.
No, before that. Ionescu is struggling for pace a little bit, I think. He's been annoyed by the Peugeot quite a lot this stint, and De Oliveira has gone past him. Next target for De Oliveira is Enis Parachki. But Ionescu is not done. Not yet, I think.
Oliveira's starting. Yeah, Oliveira's just saved to stop his tires and just used it saved all the tires and then used it to advance and just rocketed it away from Ionescu because he knew he had.
I think Ionescu pitted a lap or two too early. And it's costing his tires a little bit. He's having to do a little bit more management and it's hurting his pace. De Oliveira doing a much better job in this last stint. And I think De Oliveira should have no problems at all catching Parachki. But I think Ionescu can keep up with these guys. Parachki is being hunted. He's lost 3 times to De Oliveira already in the last sector. The Brazilian will catch him. It's only a matter of time as Alfredo goes off the track. Thankfully, he wasn't in anyone's way. But he's struggling for grip there in the Marshak, the Sudanese driver.
He's trying.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Is that Volker coming up to lap him soon? I think it is.
Yeah.
The male, meanwhile, is fighting with Papiro. They've been fighting for a long while, these two guys have. And he's gonna try to find a way past him soon.
It's like every single time we just cut to these two, they all.
Meanwhile, Parachki has been holding on to third for a very long time in this race, even though his pace has been a little bit down compared to the cars around him. Meanwhile, Moro has caught up to Milevsky. He's fighting with Milevsky, trying to dive down the inside, just doesn't have the confidence to send it. Meanwhile, Tsekodas is on trying to get another point in the Viper. Answering stand, sorry.
I was about to say is that it kind of proves that he's just been that Ataskura's just been outperforming that Viper, which to be honest, that Viper should not be near the top 10. No offense, but it's just very very quick.
The Oliveira is 2.1 second or 2.1 or 3.1. I think it's 3.1 seconds behind. He continues to gain. He's got enough time, but he needs to make sure catch and pass him quickly if he wants to get that podium. Meanwhile, Bapiro just doing an okay job defensively. He's in P12, I think, stand. Moro overtakes Milevsky finally in the meantime. Milevsky is not having a good day at all, I'm afraid. Kipok has put a lap on Brookles, I think that is. Milevsky's trying to get him back, he cannot. He cannot. 1.7, not, sorry, it was 2.1 earlier, so, yeah. Meanwhile, De Oliveira has opened the gap to Ionescu up to 2.4 seconds, so Ionescu is dropping pace. De Oliveira is catching. The male, meanwhile, tries to send it down the inside, he can't. 1.7 seconds, we're gonna have a fight for third very shortly. De Oliveira is very fast at the moment. Ionescu doesn't appear to be under pressure from Mutka. He'll have to sell for fifth and maybe try to pick up the pieces from these two guys fighting in front. I still think that third place could go to anyone in this quartet of drivers. Though it's far more likely it's going to go to one of these two. Oliveira very fast. He just needs to get Parachki cleanly because Parachki can be tricky to overtake. As things stand, Volker will extend his advantage in the championship from level to 3 points ahead of Parachki. He'll be hoping Parachki can be overtaken by the others so he can gain a few more points on him. And Volker's advantage over Parachki is immense. It's over 40 seconds. He's gained 1.2 seconds in this sector alone. Kipok and Volker are in another league today, it seems. Especially Kipok. What do you think, Blake?
I think Kipok is just what he needed to do from the start.
Yes, Mulder has got him. He has got Parachki and he's going to send it at the chicane. Not yet. He's unable to pass him just yet. 6 laps to go for these guys. Maybe Ionescu and Mutka can get involved if they keep squabbling for much longer. Parachki feeling they need to go defensive into turn 1. De Oliveira might think about trying to get him on the straight. That's where the Peugeot, I almost said Penske for a second, the Peugeot has the biggest advantage.
For a lose, and that's rally on. Get on to the straight. He'll power advantage.
Kipok continues to lead. He's doing an excellent job. He's doing a great job. He's coming up to lap Smith soon enough. 5 laps to go for the race leader. Meanwhile, what about the battle for third? Who's going to get that podium? Will it be Parachki? Will it be De Oliveira? Or could perhaps Ionescu or Mutka snatch it away? It's going to be interesting. It could go to any of them, but De Oliveira looks to be the favorite. If he can just get overtake done. Meanwhile, his teammate is under pressure from Sopa. As look at these, how Close these guys are fighting. Barachki trying to hold on for dear life against the Oliveira. He's gonna have to get him at the chicane most likely. Ionescu is not gaining too much, so if he wants to get involved in the fight, he needs to step up his pace a little bit more. 2 tenths the gap between them, but you can see it clearly with your own eyes. The Oliveira is gonna send at the chicane. He's losing some time here a little bit, but he's still in the slipstream. He just needs to commit, find the line that works, and send it. Once he gets past Prochki, he's got that podium on lockdown. He's going to go for it right now, but he doesn't have enough overlap, and he's going to lose some time as a result.
Yeah, Oliveira needs to get Parachki now because Oliveira needs to use the power advantage of the Persia. If he's just wasting all this time,
He's gonna go for it into turn 1. This is aggressive, but it's gonna cost him time. It did not work. Look how much time he's losing.
Yeah, I was about to say was just that if he's not making that move instantly, Robert Ionescu in the Chevy Andretti's just gonna catch him. He needs to get past Parachki now.
He appears to be too far back at the moment, but he will be gaining in the slipstream. Maybe he can get him into Rivage like he did with Ionescu, but I'm not sure he'll be close enough. Either way, this fight is getting more intense. You can barely even see the Oliveira's car from behind the spray of Parachki. Imagine what it's like from the driver's POV, but the Oliveira is doing well, hanging in there.
Look in the 2008 era, where you can't see anything.
Yes, indeed, and this is Spa. The rain here can be historically quite treacherous. Quite treacherous indeed. The Oliveira has a chance to get his first podium ever since the first race of the season in Indianapolis when he won. And maybe a move into Pujon is what will do the trick. No, it's not.
No. He's trying so hard, but perhaps he made a mistake there. Well,
not the first time. He has made another error in Pujon earlier on in the race. He's definitely feeling the pressure, but he's doing enough to defend for the time being. Can he hold on till the end? But yeah, went on the inside curb too much and unsettled the car. This brought the Oliveira all over the back of him. It's a 3-car fight for the podium. Could even be 4 cars if Mutka gets any closer.
Unless Parachi is just trying to hold up 2 cars behind so Mutka can get 4th at least.
I think the chicane is the Mutka's best chance.
The Persia and the...
Sorry, did I say Mutka? I think the chicane will be the Oliveira's best chance. Correction. And let's see if we can get him. Not into Blanchimont. He's going to have to wait for the bus stop. Ionescu is just 1 second behind. He'll be in this fight very, very soon unless the Oliveira can get it done now.
The inside. To the outside. Can he dive down? No, I don't think so.
Nope, he's going to have to wait even more. Unless he goes very aggressive at turn 1. Could that do the trick? He has the
power though. He has the power traction of the Persia. He's defending aggressively Parachki. Can he get past?
Parachki feeling the need to defend at turn 1. The Oliveira has a little look on the outside, but that's close to an impossible. Ionescu's diving at the inside. He's got him. The Oliveira's round 1 and Ionescu is stolen 4th place off the Brazilian driver. That's amazing. How's he done that?
That was a bit naughty by Parachki there. He just moved across Oliveira. Right there.
Well, Romanians are quite good at stealing, if I dare say so myself. Which is okay to say because I am Romanian.
Okay.
But yeah, Ionescu has stolen the place. They're incredible stuff. Now he can hand down Parachki as Kupok is fighting, slapping cars who are fighting each other. Glad to see you like that joke, Blake.
Don't worry, we're not going to be pulled off the air for that joke, don't worry.
No, don't worry. I am Romanian, it's okay. Meanwhile, Kupok has lapped these guys. He just needs to pull away from them so they don't compromise his race. And he's doing a very good job. 3 laps to go for him right after this corner. And his teammate has a chance to make it a double podium for Andretti. Parachki has a 1.2 second advantage over Ionescu. Ionescu just needs to have the pace to close him down. 3 laps to go. And the Oliveira might have made a crucial error, but he's overtaken Ionescu once. He can't do it again. Just depends how this fight is going to unfold. Ionescu is faster than Parachki, but not massively like the Oliveira was. Meanwhile, the Oliveira's teammate, Top, is under pressure from Sopa, but Sopa can't find a way through into Pujon. It's close to impossible.
Penske's is just bullying the Peugeot stopper. like, trying pass.
Sorry, I lost I lost the screen share for a few seconds. Got it back now. Ionescu is under a second, but he's got the Oliveira all over the back of him.
I think Soka's not gonna get Stopper yet. I think Stopper's gonna be held up. So he's gonna do outside the inside. So outside.
He didn't even think about sending it down the inside of the chicane.
Unless he's waiting for the first corner, but I don't think that's going to be enough though. If it stays like this for the Penske driver, you can actually just see Mutka just ever so slightly.
Yeah, let's take a look at the fight for third. Meanwhile, I want to take a nice peek. And Ionescu is gaining. I think Oliveira tried to move into turn 1 and failed. That's why he's dropped a little bit back on Ionescu. He's gaining on Parachki. 7/10. He's gaining slowly but surely. He's only got 3 laps in which to seal this if he wants a podium. And the Oliveira needs to make 2. He is the fastest car in that trio, but he needs to make 2 passes. And he needs to be committed. Ionescu is closer to Parachki than he's been this entire race. I think he knows he's got a chance now. I think he heavily regrets the error he made in the middle stint, but he can redeem himself for that error and snatch that podium. 2 to go for the race leader David Kipok. 2.5 to go for these guys. And what's going to happen here?
Unless Parachi is going to get bullied by Ionescu, which could happen, to be honest, if we go into Puon. I think
Nobody has been able to overtake into Puon today, but could Ionescu make it work? Perchance no. Although Parachki is definitely feeling the pressure. And Mutka is going to join this fight too. There he is, look, 2 seconds down these guys.
That's last launch one, actually.
One mistake from either of these guys is going to be critical. They gotta keep it clean, they gotta keep it on the road, and they gotta get it in front of the other guys.
Oh, he's gone a bit wide, he's trying to look for the inside, which actually cost him. Oliveira could use the speed of the Peugeot just to blast past that Red Bull.
Maybe drop back a touch just strategically to gain in the slipstream. He's got the slipstream of Parachki. He's not going to be able to send it, but it's helping him defend from the Oliveira. Though there's nothing stopping the Oliveira from a dive bomb. He's going for the outside. Is he going to switch to the inside? He is not.
Oh, Rob gets a bit. Oh, Robert gets. Looks like the switching has affected his car, trying to stop it at the chicane. He's gone up. He went all over the place.
It's more like Parachki just switched to the inside to defend even though there was no real need. 2 to go for these guys, and you can see the others just a little bit further up the road. They're not going to be involved in this fight. But Ionescu has a chance to get on that podium. He can overtake Parachki now. 2 laps to go. And on the demonstrated his best chance. No, not a good exit at all for Ionescu. He's going to have to wait some more. Though he's had a great run into Eau Rouge, Parachki was a touch slower. Ionescu is gaining the slipstream, but he's not going to be close enough here. Not here. Maybe into Rivage. Why is Parachki feeling the need to go defensive? This is only costing him more time. He's defending when he doesn't need to.
Unless he's purposely defending, as you can see the throwback there, so Mutka can overtake one of them. Actually, smart thinking, actually.
No, Mutka's too far back. Meanwhile, the race leader David Kipok is on the last lap. Last lap for the race leader. He's done an amazing job today. Absolutely amazing job. He's just 7 kilometers left for him to take his first win since 2017 in GP2 at Monza. It's been a long time coming for David Kipok. He's finally going to take it home. But we need to focus on the battle for third, because these guys are all over the place. Incredible job for Kipok. Utterly dominant. 26 seconds in front of Volker, and probably 50 seconds in front of it. Make that 30 seconds in front of Volker, more like a minute in front of everyone else.
And lapped almost and lapped half the field.
Let's look at the minimap. The guys fighting for the podium are in Stavolo now. They're entering Blanchimont. I think let's jump to the top to third place. There's some action in the chicane very soon.
Cut to third place. Let's cut to third place battle.
Or maybe not. Has anything happened there? Has anyone got an overtake done? They still have one more lap.
We're gonna have one more lap. think. Oh, actually, I think Parachi well slightly just got ahead there.
Is that Parachki?
I think that's Parachi. I can see the red dot actually just pulling away from the train behind.
Looks like Mutka has joined the fight as well, but we'll have to have to wait just a little bit. Yeah, Parachki is still in third. He's holding on. It's gonna go down to last corner, last lap. Meanwhile, that's where David Kupok is right now. He took the lead at the start with a brilliant start from third, and then he's absolutely dominated this race. Half a minute in front of Volker, a minute ahead of everyone else, and David Kupok is a race winner in World Champcar for the first time. Absolutely fantastic drive. David Kupok wins at Spa. Amazing. Brilliant drive. Volker is going to take second, and I want to see what's going on in the fight for third.
Can we watch the fight for
Gabriel
third,
takes
please?
13th, Lee takes 14th, Smith takes 14th, sorry, Lee 15th, Brickle 16th, Volker will take 16th. The guys fighting for third are in Puon. They are in Puon. Volker will cross the line soon. I guess we're just waiting for everyone to cross the line before we jump to them. Brachki still in front of Ionescu, still in front of De Oliveira. It's the last lap, the last chance for anything to change. And this is going to be very, very close. Milevski is finishing 18th. Finally, we're going to get them on camera. Milevski has beaten Alphadil. Brickles, I think, will be last. Maybe. Brachki's got a healthy cushion to Ionescu, I think. I think Brachki will hold on to the podium. Ionescu is just a little too far down, it seems. No, that was never going to work. It's going to be the chicane or nothing.
He is trying his down hardest, trying to get past the Red Bull. I think
Ionescu is gaining on Parachki, but he will not be able to attack him.
To the inside!
Oliveira is diving.
Can he dive down? No, I don't think
Ionescu
so.
holds on, he's going to take fourth, but Denis Parachki has done a great job defending to take third. He will remain second in the championship, only dropping 3 points to Volker. And Denis Parachki will hold on to the podium. Ionescu will be disappointed. Miss the podium, he'll take fourth, and De Oliveira fifth. Mutka sixth, starting from pole, not a good race for him, I'm afraid. Stop will be P7, followed by Stop at P8, Fakruzin in P9, and Sekuras will take a point in the Viper. Fantastic stuff. At Sekuras, great stuff in the Viper. He's going to score a point. The wiki already had Wolf listed as retired and no one else's results. That's funny. But anyway, that was a fun race. Very fun race. And here we have the results. David Kupok wins by half a minute from Florian Volker and 1 minute 20 seconds from Enes Parachki, who finishes on the podium. Robert Ionescu misses out. He's P4, but he'll be happy with a good finish. Mario de Oliveira P5. He'll be happy as well, though he could have gotten more. Shimamuka P6, followed by Guillaume Stop P7. Frederick Sopa P8, followed by his teammate Rifki Fakuze in P9. Panos Sakura is 2 minutes behind in P10. He hasn't gone lapped, and neither has Yurkatoshvili in 11th, and you can do the rest, Blake.
Our lap cars are Rafa Dumel, TJ Papero, Colin Smith, Marcy Lee, James Brickles, Mora, Asante Mora, Don Milewski, Darwin Alfadil, was a big laps, whilst the DNFs are Patrick Fiera, Jamal Gray, and Animal, who all three crashed at Eau Rouge. Well, actually, one was up ready on, actually, but
Same thing, anyway. Kupok takes the fastest lap by a big margin. Fantastic stuff. He has been utterly dominant today. Faultless, absolutely incredible drive. There's no fault on the performance. Alright, take care, Blake.
Take care, bye-bye, guys.
Bye, Blake. Well, that was definitely an interesting ride. Did Brickles finish last, Yere?
What?
Did Brickles finish last?
No.
Oh, alright, my bad. I don't know how much his penalty is going to affect him, but either way, he doesn't get any points. But that's been it from us today. Thank you very, very, very much, guys, for today. I really enjoyed commentating this for you. Thank you so much, and hope to see you again soon. Take care, and thank you, Eri. Goodbye.
See you next time.